Before we dive into the Russian Revolution, let's get a quick recap on how tensions are rising in Russia.
Anti-Semitism was strong in a lot of places. In Russia, they engaged in programs such as the mass killing of Jews. Though serfdom was abolished, peasants still struggled to own and maintain their land. Russia had just lost the Russo-Japanese War, a naval battle against the Japanese. Russia was in an alliance called the Triple Entente with Great Britain and France. Russia had an autocracy government.
I think we need to go to the Tsar to talk about all of our problems.
Yeah, we need to go to the Winter Palace.
What do you want? We just want to talk to the Tsar. Nope.
The Revolution of 1905 was a peaceful demonstration led by the people, but aggressive reaction from the soldiers led to many deaths in what is called Bloody Sunday. Fortunately, the Tsar Nicholas II did listen to the complaints of the people by establishing the Duma, an elected legislature, but unfortunately he gave it little to no power.
My dear Nicholas, don't you worry while you are away at war. Everything is good here at home. Gregory Rasputin is here to help me every day, and he's going to heal our child with his abilities.
Rasputin's really affecting our Tsarina.
I know, it's devastating the economy.
I feel like we should do something about that.
Yeah, we need a protest.
Stop all protests now!
But they affect you too.
You're right! I will join as well!
While the Tsar was away at war, the Tsarina told him all was well, but this was not the case. Many women revolted, and the soldiers that were supposed to stop them ended up joining the movement too. This led to the fall of the government and the Tsar. A provisional government made up of mostly liberal aristocrats and the middle class was set up. The first prime minister of the government was Alexander Kerensky.
I promise to end war in Germany, return land to the peasantry, and end the famine caused by Russia's involvement in World War I. I, Vladimir Lenin. We want peace and Soviet control.
Yay! You are all under arrest.
Boo!
Why? It is for suspicion of trying to overthrow the government. Let's go.
A man called Vladimir Lenin came to Russia in April of 1917 to lead the people in hopes of taking control of the government after the Tsar fell. But then Lenin and his followers, the Bolsheviks, were accused of trying to overthrow the government, so they were arrested and thrown in jail.
General Kornilov is trying to take over the government. I have to stop him.
We don't want to fight for you. Us peasants want to go take back our land.
Well, maybe we could get some help from...
Rising anger and revolt from the peasants and the prime minister's need to ask the arrested Bolsheviks for help made the government look weak and easy to take over.
Come, Bolsheviks. All power to the Soviets. Worker control of production. Peace, land, and bread. With Trotsky's help, we can finally take over. Congress of Soviets. We will establish the transfer of power to make me, Vladimir Lenin, the leader of the Soviet government.
Under Lenin and with the support of Leon Trotsky, the chairman of Petrograd Soviets, the Bolsheviks struck and took control of the provisional government. This revolution was quick and relatively bloodless.
Lenin, you need to keep mass support.
Very well. Then I will do so by fulfilling my promises to the people and signing the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk.
Although the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk did end Russia's involvement in World War I, it did cost them a lot of land in the western area. It is us, the Reds, the Bolsheviks. We must defeat the Whites!
Yeah! We're with you to the end!
It's us, the whites. We must beat the reds.
I don't totally politically agree with you.
After the Bolsheviks came to power, there was opposition from the bourgeoisie, liberals, and anti-Leninists. This led to a civil war in Russia where the Reds were able to win under Lenin and Trotsky. The Reds had an organized and disciplined army where everyone agreed on one goal, so there wasn't any mistrust within the ranks. Unlike the White Army, where difference in views led to mistrust and disloyalty. Another victim to the war, the Tsar's family was taken by surprise by the members of the local Soviet and murdered and burned in a mine shaft.
This war communism policy is tough. I know, the government has taken all my grain.
Be careful what you say, the Cheka might hear us.
During the Civil War, the Red Army implemented a policy called war communism on their people, which made sure that the army was always supplied. They did this by having national banks and industry, requisition of grain, and the centralization of the government under the Bolshevik rule. To keep support from the people strong, a secret police system was established called the Cheka. These police started an era called the Red Terror. This was a time when they could arrest and kill anyone who expressed opposition to the new regime.
Guys, we need to pull ourselves together. Let's start with a new economic policy.
This policy allowed smaller industries and stores to run under private owners. Because of this, the economy was able to recover and thrive. After all the revolts and fighting in the Russian Empire, the communists were finally able to gain total control. And that concludes the Russian Revolution!